From faith to fashion, redefining success with Shuntale Williams. Welcome dreamers and doers to a journey that will challenge your perception of success, faith, and entrepreneurship. Today we're diving deep into the extraordinary story of Shuntale Williams, a visionary who's rewriting the rules of the fashion industry and redefining what it means to be a successful entrepreneur in today's world.
Shuntale isn't just a fashion designer or a business owner. She's a force of nature, a beacon of hope for single mothers, aspiring entrepreneurs, and anyone who's ever felt that their circumstances were holding them back. Her journey from a single mother of four to a trailblazing fashion entrepreneur is more than just inspiring. It's a masterclass in resilience, faith, and the power of pursuing your passion against all odds. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another rags to riches story? Haven't we heard this all before? But trust me, folks, Shuntale's tale is anything but ordinary. It's a roller coaster ride of faith, fashion, and fearless determination that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about success. So buckle up and prepare to have your minds blown, because Shuntale Williams is about to take us on a wild ride through the intersection of faith and fashion, where divine inspiration meets haute couture, and where single motherhood becomes a superpower rather than a setback. Imagine, if you will, a world where your biggest challenges become your greatest strengths. A world where faith isn't just something you practice on Sundays, but a driving force that propels you towards your dreams. That's the world Shuntale Williams lives in, and today she's inviting us to join her. Now, let's set the scene. Picture a single mother juggling the needs of 4 children, barely keeping her head above water. The bills are piling up, the future looks uncertain, and society's expectations are weighing heavily on her shoulders. Sound familiar? For many, this scenario is all too real. But for Shuntale, it was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. You see, where others saw obstacles, Shuntale saw opportunities. Where society saw limitations, she saw possibilities. And where conventional wisdom said, play it safe, Shuntale's faith whispered, take the leap. But let's be real for a moment. Starting a business is hard enough. Starting a business in the cutthroat world of fashion, that's like deciding to swim across the Atlantic when you've just learned to doggy paddle, and doing it as a single mother of 4. Well, that's like attempting that swim with 4 kids strapped to your back. Yet, here's where Shuntale's story takes an unexpected turn. Instead of seeing her role as a mother as a hindrance, she transformed it into her secret weapon. Those sleepless nights with a colicky baby, they became brainstorming sessions for her next big design. The chaos of getting 4 kids ready for school, it evolved into a crash course in time management and multitasking, skills that would prove invaluable in the fast-paced world of fashion. But wait, I can hear some of you skeptics out there. That's all well and good, you're thinking. But what does faith have to do with fashion? Isn't that like mixing oil and water? Oh, my friends, prepare to have your minds expanded. For Shuntale, faith isn't just about Sunday services and Bible study. It's a living, breathing force that infuses every aspect of her life and business. It's the wind beneath her wings, the fire in her belly, and the compass guiding her through the stormy seas of entrepreneurship. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how does that actually work in practice? You can't pay the bills with faith alone. And you're right. But here's where Shuntale's genius comes into play. She didn't just rely on faith. She combined it with action, determination, and a whole lot of hustle. Picture this. It's 2 a.m., and while the rest of the world is sleeping, Shuntale is hunched over her sewing machine, putting the finishing touches on a new design. Her kids are asleep in the next room, and she's running on nothing but coffee and sheer willpower. But with every stitch, she's not just creating a garment. She's weaving her faith into the very fabric of her business. This, my friends, is where the magic happens. In those quiet hours of the night, when doubt creeps in and the challenges seem insurmountable, Shuntale's faith becomes her strongest ally. It whispers encouragement when the world is silent. It provides strength when her body is weak. And it offers hope when the future seems bleak. But Shuntale's faith isn't just a personal crutch. It's the very foundation of her business philosophy. In a world where the fashion industry is often associated with vanity and superficiality, Shuntale is on a mission to infuse it with purpose and meaning. Her designs aren't just about making people look good. They're about making people feel good. They're about empowering women to embrace their unique beauty, to stand tall in their faith, and to face the world with confidence. In Shuntale's world, every stitch is a prayer, every design is an act of worship, and every satisfied customer is a testament to the power of faith in action. Now, I can see some of you shifting uncomfortably in your seats. That's all very inspiring, you're thinking. But what about the bottom line? Faith doesn't pay the bills. And you're absolutely right, which is why Shuntale's story is so remarkable, because she's managed to create a thriving business without compromising her values. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like in practice. Imagine a fashion show, but not like any you've seen before. The runway isn't just showcasing clothes, it's showcasing confidence, empowerment, and faith. The models aren't just wearing Shuntale's designs, they're wearing her vision of a world where fashion and faith coexist beautifully. As the models strut down the runway, you can feel the energy in the room shift. There's an undeniable sense of joy, of purpose, of something greater than just fabric and thread. And in that moment, you realize that Shuntale hasn't just created a fashion line. She's created a movement. But here's where it gets really interesting. Shuntale's success isn't just measured in dollars and cents, although, trust me, those are looking pretty good too. It's measured in the lives she's touched, the women she's empowered, and the barriers she's broken. Think about it. In an industry known for its cutthroat competition and often questionable ethics, Shuntale is proving that you can be successful without selling your soul. She's showing that faith and fashion aren't mutually exclusive, but can actually enhance each other in beautiful and unexpected ways. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, and that's all well and good for Shuntale, but what does this mean for me? I'm not a single mother, I'm not in the fashion industry, and maybe I don't share her faith. And that's a fair question, but here's the thing. Shuntale's story isn't just about faith in fashion, it's about something much bigger, something that applies to each and every one of us. It's about having the courage to pursue your passion, even when the world tells you it's impossible. It's about finding strength in your beliefs, whatever they may be, and using them to fuel your dreams. It's about redefining success on your own terms and not being afraid to challenge the status quo. Think about it. How many times have you held back from pursuing your dreams because society told you it wasn't practical? How often have you dimmed your light because you were afraid of standing out? How many times have you compromised your values for the sake of success? Shuntale's journey challenges us to rethink all of that. It dares us to imagine a world where our biggest obstacles become our greatest strengths, where our faith in ourselves, in a higher power, in the goodness of humanity becomes the foundation of our success. But let's be clear. This isn't about blind faith or magical thinking. Shuntale's success didn't come from simply believing hard enough. It came from combining that belief with hard work, perseverance, and a willingness to learn and adapt. Remember those late nights at the sewing machine? They weren't fueled by faith alone, but by a determination to turn her dreams into reality. The challenges of single motherhood, they became lessons in efficiency and prioritization that would prove invaluable in running a business. And here's a plot twist for you. Shuntale's faith didn't just help her overcome obstacles, it actually became her unique selling point. In a world where consumers are increasingly looking for brands with purpose and values, Shuntale's authentic integration of faith into her business became a powerful differentiator. But perhaps the most powerful lesson from Shuntale's story is this. Success doesn't have to come at the cost of your values or your relationships. In fact, when you align your work with your deepest beliefs and prioritize what truly matters, that's when the real magic happens. Shuntale didn't succeed despite being a single mother. She succeeded in part because of it. Her children weren't a distraction from her goals, but a powerful motivation to achieve them. Her faith wasn't a separate part of her life, but the very foundation of her business. So, what does this mean for you? It means it's time to stop compartmentalizing your life. It's time to stop believing that you have to choose between your dreams and your values, between success and fulfillment. Imagine for a moment what your life could look like if you approached it with Shuntale's mindset. What if, Instead of seeing your challenges as roadblocks, you saw them as opportunities for growth. What if, instead of hiding your beliefs or passions, you made them the very cornerstone of your work? Maybe you're not starting a fashion line. Maybe you're a teacher dreaming of revolutionizing education, or an engineer passionate about creating sustainable solutions. Or maybe you're still figuring out what your dream is. Whatever your situation, Shantale's story challenges you to dream bigger, to dig deeper, and to have the courage to pursue your passion with everything you got. But here's the kicker. It's not enough to just feel inspired. Inspiration without action is like a car without fuel. It might look good, but it's not going anywhere. So I want to challenge each and every one of you to take action. Start by asking yourself these questions. What's your passion? What are your core values? How can you align your work with what truly matters to you? And most importantly, what's holding you back? Is it fear of failure? Remember, Shuntale faced the very real possibility of failure every single day, but she chose to have faith in herself, in her abilities, and in her vision. Is it the belief that you don't have the right background or resources? Shuntale started with nothing but a dream and a sewing machine. Your starting point doesn't determine your destination. Or is it the voice in your head telling you that you can't mix your personal beliefs with your professional life? Shuntale's story proves that not only is it possible, but it can be the very thing that sets you apart. Here's your call to action. Take one step today towards aligning your work with your values. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's updating your resume to reflect your true passions. Maybe it's having a conversation with your boss about a project that matters to you. Or maybe it's simply writing down your dream and putting it somewhere you can see it every day. Whatever it is, do it with the same faith and determination that Shuntale brings to her work every day. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't need more people who have abandoned their dreams for the sake of practicality. It needs more people like Shuntale, people who have the courage to pursue their passions, the determination to overcome obstacles, and the wisdom to know that true success comes from staying true to your values. So, as you leave here today, I want you to remember Shuntale Williams. Remember the single mother who dared to dream of revolutionizing the fashion industry. Remember the entrepreneur who proved that faith and business can not only coexist, but thrive together. And most importantly, remember that you too have the power to redefine success on your own terms. Your journey might not look like Shuntale's. Your faith might take a different form. Your passion might lie in a completely different field. But the principles remain the same. Believe in yourself, stay true to your values, and have the courage to pursue your dreams with everything you got. The world is waiting for you to bring your unique gifts to the table. It's waiting for you to challenge the status quo, to redefine what's possible, and to show that success doesn't have to come at the cost of your soul. So, what are you waiting for? Your runway is ready. Your audience is waiting. And just like Shuntale, you have everything you need to turn your dreams into reality. The question is, are you ready to take that first step? Remember, in the words of Shuntale Williams, faith isn't just about believing, it's about acting on that belief. So go forth, act on your beliefs, pursue your passions, and redefine success on your own terms. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. It's time to answer the call. Thank you.